All right, we are live, Jenee. Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm in Texas. We're having our storm for the
Oh,
second
that's
time.
right.
Yes,
I heard about
girl. So last year around this time, I
that.
was
Yeah.
I was iced in for 3 days
Oh my
with
God.
no electricity. So, I had an electric stove. We didn't get any coal or whatever for to like grill.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't eat food. It was just terrible.
I
So,
remember that. That's right.
it was
Because
horrible. I was
actually,
wearing
I
four
think we
layers of
went
clothes.
live. We went live around that time, right?
It must have been right after that because we didn't have electricity, so there was no Wi-Fi, there was no
Mm,
nothing. So
I
I couldn't even
remember.
talk on the phone while I was in the house. No phone, no electricity, no internet, no nothing. Like I was going through it. I had to sit in my car to get heat.
Oh
So,
my
here in
God.
Texas, we're a little bit traumatized from last year.
I know. Well, stay safe.
Yeah, so hopefully this should only last 2 days. So I'm good right now. I got me a bottle of Pinot Noir. You
Ooh.
know, I got my greenery. I'm good to go. You know what I'm
Good,
saying?
good. Okay, so if you are just tuning in to my channel, okay, my name is Brandy. It's Brandy Nichelle B because I know I've got some new subscribers, so this is it might be new to you, these lives, but I got my girl Jenee
Hey, I'm
with
Janae
me.
Moore.
You guys, if you're just coming in, we only have one person, but go ahead and like the video, please. Also subscribe to the channel. I do have another channel called Brandy B TV, so yeah, that's going to be in the top comment whenever I post it, probably later tonight. But okay, we got two juicy topics to talk about tonight, Jenee. Are you
Hmm.
ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so the two topics that we're going to talk about is Kevin Samuels, aka Kitten, like aka Kitten Hills. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I don't like to call anybody names, but that's what Cynthia G calls him.
I mean, it's so fitting. It's so fitting because you know what kitten heels are, the little teeny tiny little short heels.
I can't.
So like, he got a little couple inches on them shoes he got on.
I can't. So we're going to talk about him and Nicki Minaj because they recently went live on Nicki's platform. So we're definitely going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Nick Cannon having his eighth number eight, his eighth child with Bre. What's her name? Bre.
Baby mama number 6. That's just what we
Right.
gonna call her. I'm just so
Wait,
sick
is
of
she
it.
baby mama number six or number eight?
Mariah has twins with him.
That's right. Mariah has twins, and then
So she's either 6 or 7. I'm not really sure.
oh my God, girl, he cannot stop.
He's not going to stop. He doesn't want to stop.
Jesus.
And
Okay.
I'm
So
honestly tired.
okay, so before we're gonna wait to talk about Kevin. We're gonna talk about him later on, but let's talk about Nick Cannon. What is going on with Nick Cannon? Okay. Does he need more therapy? Like what you think's going on with him?
Yes, he already admitted that he believes in spreading his seed because he believes he's going to die. And
Mm,
I think that is so selfish, and
yeah.
it's very egotistical of him to
Yeah.
think that his seed is just so important that it has to be implanted in 1,000 different women.
How is he finding? Okay, so I wonder if there's like a vetting process that he does. I mean,
Pretty.
I mean, clearly the
He
woman has to be light skinned. Okay, he's
she
getting
has to she
she gotta
has
be
to
she gotta be
be
light skinned. Just
she got to be light skinned, she got to have a BBL,
she
she
gotta
got
have a
to,
BBL.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, there's requirements. She has to, maybe have, I'm sure they're just all models. I think this girl was on I think she was a Wild and Out
I
girl.
was gonna ask that. Is he just like picking like the wild and out girls?
I mean, think
Because
about it. That's
I
what
know
he has close to him. Think about that. Like, because he's a celebrity, so it's
yeah,
access and
yeah,
who he feels, who can get close to him. So if you're a Wild and Out girl, for one, you already had to pass the beauty test,
that's true.
the
That's true.
baddie test, and then you get to be backstage with them. Then you're in the mix. Then you're, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
and then you got to catch his attention out of all the Wild and Out girls, and then
I just keep thinking, what does Mariah think? What is she sitting back thinking? I just
that
that's
he's that he's ignorant and she probably feels played as hell. Because he did that whole, that's why it's so frustrating with men, because they'll sit there and they'll like cherish you and worship you
Mm,
until you give in, and then they're like, game over,
yeah,
done. And that's
yeah.
exactly what he did to her. He was like, I worship Mariah Carey. He went on like the Ellen show or something talking about how Mariah
Well,
was
no, you
his.
know what? I actually think Nick really loved Mariah. I really do, and I think
I think,
they gave it a go. And I mean, marriage is hard work, and you know what? I think both of them, because I think, well, Nick was her second marriage, right? Was Mariah's
I
second
think
marriage?
so. That
Okay,
sounds about right.
and Mariah was his first.
Yeah.
And he was in love with Mariah, and I think they gave it a good try. But marriage is hard work, and I didn't think. I think I felt like Nick didn't realize how hard marriage would be.
Yeah.
So now he's
Especially marriage in the limelight and in
yes,
status, and and
yes,
when you're a WHORE, it's marriage is
right,
so hard,
yeah, yeah.
So
So I mean, I
yeah,
get it, I get it. And then recently he came out and he said his therapist. Okay, he goes to therapy, which is good. He needs to
he needs a different one,
he
but
needs to dip
okay.
right. His therapist told him that he should become celibate. And this was before all these kids, though.
So then he did not listen.
He didn't listen. And it's kind of like, I don't know why he's doing this. It's just, it's insane what he's doing. Because
He said why. He went on and he literally said it's because he thinks he's gonna die soon
yeah, Jenee,
because
but
he has something wrong.
there's got to be a different reason. I wonder if he comes from a big family.
It's still absolutely ridiculous. Like, why not just have one woman and have a bunch of kids with her? Because then they're all in one household.
Right. And
There's
you
a
know
certain
what?
cap on the amount of money you can give one woman.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it's a new woman, it's the same amount of money. Like it's like 30% or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Each woman gets 30%. But if it's the same woman, each kid that you have with her, it's less. Now that's not,
Yeah.
now I but at the same time, like how hard is it to raise children who are in different households?
Yeah.
I find it so selfish. Like who gets to choose out of you got to go 6 different households for Christmas
Right.
and
Exactly.
Thanksgiving and
Exactly.
Easter. You know what
And
I'm
you know
saying? Like
what?
how?
It's so crazy that he's doing this because, a man having multiple kids with multiple different women, it does not benefit him, not one bit. He's going to spread his fortune, which I'm sure he doesn't mind. But if a woman has, different kids with different men, she's looked down on, right? We know that. But it actually benefits her, Jenee, because hear me out. I was watching this YouTube video, and this girl was talking about how she has different kids for different men, and she does this on purpose because she collects a check
Oh
from
yeah,
each of
yeah,
these
it
men.
benefits. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, because with each man she can get 30% of his income.
Yes,
If she's with the
yes,
same one, she can only get up to a certain cap.
yes. That's what she was
Yeah,
saying, and I'm like, oh
yeah.
damn, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're in it for that, it makes sense,
It makes sense, girl.
Yeah.
Oh my
Girl,
god.
I ain't about to have a bunch of kids just to get money. I'd rather go get money.
I know,
These people
I
are
know,
crazy.
I know.
Oh
But wait,
Lord, I know.
didn't you just experience some buffoonery? You were telling me with some guy you were talking to who has three
Yes.
kids. So
Yes, girl.
what happened with that?
Oh, it didn't have to do with this, but he
Well, I mean,
has
it
three.
kind of does, right? Maybe. No.
Um, no, no. I mean, he has three kids with two baby mamas,
Okay.
and he thinks that he can make decisions on, have tell women that they need to be more selective with their bodies, and it's
Oh,
just, yeah,
okay.
no, that's just the sexism. We can
Oh,
be a
okay.
little sexist.
Oh,
We can
okay.
go into that later of the
Right.
hypocrisy.
Right.
Yes.
So, okay. But okay, so Nick Cannon, he just needs to stop. Like I think he's gonna have another one. He's gonna
He's
have
gonna
another one.
keep
And then
going. He's
well,
going to keep going with different women. He's gonna continue to keep going. This isn't gonna
Janae,
stop.
at this point it's a mental thing because he just lost a kid, right? Baby's in with The model Alyssa?
Yeah.
So it's just like he needs to he needs to just take a break.
No, he was already planning on having more kids. He was already not going to stop. He's filling some kind of weird void. He has problems. He thinks this is the way he can live on forever is by having a whole bunch of broken homes through his seed. It's so,
What
and
I want to know is, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, it just really bothers me because I just don't understand how a lot of times men who grew up without a father, they do the same thing.
Oh, did he grow up without his father? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm making assumptions, but
But you might be onto something. Let me Google that real
but
quick.
they do the same thing. Yeah, go ahead and Google it. They do the same thing. Like a lot of times when, people with daddy issues, they continue to be daddies with issues.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just don't understand how you don't look at it and go, hey, I didn't like that as a kid. So I don't want to do that to my future children. I don't want to pass that down. Instead, he's like, I'm so great. My sperm's so great. I'm such a great person. I want to have a whole bunch of kids and all of these people. And it's just so strange. And it's ego. It's
Yeah.
super ego, and it's very caveman.
Mm-hmm.
It's very caveman thinking of like, I need to populate the earth with my special semen. Like if you don't move around, we are overpopulated, sir.
Oh,
If you don't
okay. Nick's
go
father
over,
was a doctor, honey. He was Indian? It says Indian. To an Indian camp.
Ooh.
Yeah. He comes from a wealthy family, actually. Okay, so I don't understand where Nick gets this mentality from then.
He just got problems. He just got ego problems. He's a
He's just
narcissist, probably.
Well, I mean, I know he's sick, okay? I understand that, but I don't understand that still to me, that still is not a valid reason for you to just go having kids with all these different women. And to me, Jenee, we have to take a look at these women. Like, what kind of woman are you to just help him do this? Like,
Broke. Broke.
Okay, you think all these women are broke and they are using this as an opportunity to
Everyone but Mariah.
Everybody but Mariah. Damn, I didn't think about that.
I mean, they're all, who are they? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People might have known them from little things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From little things, but they're not really anybody. But once they're one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas,
there's
who's
somebody,
your child?
that's right.
Who's your child's son? Nick Cannon. What?
That's true. That's true.
It's
and you know
clout.
what? It is clout. And you know what, Bre, why would you want to have your first child in this type of situation? Bre, that's her first baby. So why would you want to have So why would you want to have your first child in this kind of situation? Now you're part of the baby mama tribe. Now y'all all got to get along. Now you got to make sure the kids all see each other.
Think about this. I mean, I know that for me, when I am intimately involved with a man, my mind tends to be easily manipulated.
Okay.
As in, I feel like, you literally become one with that person. So you kind of mesh with their life and their views and and especially if, the sex is good,
right.
It's like,
that's
you're gonna like kind of just start saying, well, it's not that bad. Oh, well, I guess I get what he's saying. Yeah, he does have this, and he can do that, and he is this, and maybe, and I want to be special to him, and blah, 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 and women just start thinking that, and it's like, well, I do want a kid. I don't have to be married. I can do this. I can do it on my own. He's gonna give me money. I have family. My family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true. Yeah.
We start. Oh, this might not be too bad. It can either be Nick Cannon, and I have his 8th child, or it can be Joe Smo with no money and nothing, and I can have his first child.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so, for me is what I don't want it.
No, I wouldn't want it either.
But thinking how some of these women think, they might take that, because some women feel like they probably gonna be baby mamas anyways.
That's true.
And they just want a baby.
They just want a baby. Yeah. I talked about that. Did you see the Janet Jackson documentary?
I I didn't. I need to watch it. You know
You need
what
to
other
watch it, but
documentary you need to watch?
which one? Which one?
Bill Cosby.
Oh, snap.
Let's talk. It's called Let's Talk About Bill Cosby, girl.
Mm.
It's so good. You have to watch it. That is, oh my gosh. Like, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yes. Gotta watch it.
It's
But
crazy.
yeah, what about Janet?
So, well, I was kind of talking about in my last video because I did like a review video about her documentary or whatever.
Mhm.
But I was saying, she's been controlled her whole life. All the men
Yeah.
in her life, that she's had relationships with, they pretty much controlled her or used her, right?
Mhm.
But she tried. I think she's been married like 3 or 4 times. And now she's got her baby and she's good, and she's not with any of the guys that she was with.
Yeah.
But a lot of women today, they just want to have the baby because they don't want to get married to these, men who are controlling, who are just going to use them. Like,
Or just going to cheat.
Yes.
Or,
they're not on that type of time. So yeah. I get it, I do get it. But you have to think about it. You're going to be a part of a tribe. And then when the kids grow up, Jenee, when the kids grow up, they're going to be like, well, damn, daddy had kids with 6, 7 different women. And then like,
it's normal to them. It's normal to them. I was dating a guy who he had a dad like that. His dad had like 6 women, 6 baby mamas. And like, he had a whole bunch of brothers and sisters.
Wow.
He had like 10 or something. It was crazy.
Yeah. And then,
from, like, 6 different women.
In that situation, a lot of the kids grow up not even knowing their siblings. So there's that too.
That's a possibility, but he did know his siblings.
Oh, okay.
And his dad was, he swears his dad was in his life. Yeah. And I was very shocked by that. But I think he was like the youngest, and that could be why. Because I think the older ones get, because I was like, then I asked him and I was like, well, because he's like, my dad was in my life and blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, what about your older siblings? They're like, yeah, there are some issues and there is some drama. Okay, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
Like there is issues and there is drama because they feel neglected.
And then,
you can't help that.
Yeah. And
it's hard because the new baby is always the exciting one. We see these newborns. The newest baby's the exciting one everybody talks about.
Yeah, but
nobody cares about the older ones.
But who will always be the special kids or the favorite kids? You already know. Mariah's kids are always going to be the favorite kids. Mariah is the only one he married. So when those kids grow up, they're gonna think about that.
Yeah, but they will probably feel neglected because he done left the family and is making children with a whole bunch of other women.
Maybe so.
And so they might be the,
But I think deep down, they will always be his favorite kids, like because he had them with Mariah. He loved her. That's just my 2 cents.
But he don't.
It seems like with these other women, he's just giving them babies. Like he's not in relationships with any of these women, right? Like, is he like in actual relationships?
Not that we know of.
Yeah,
we only hear about them as soon as they get knocked up.
Well, I don't know because Brittany Bell, he gave her 2. Like he gave her 1, then he went back and gave her another one. So.
Oh, mercy.
So he loved Brittany too. He was like, "Let me go ahead and go right back and give her another one."
Oh, my bad. I got a phone call. My back.
Yeah, you're back. I didn't know you left. You're good. You there, Jenee?
Are we here? Am I back?
Yeah, you're good. Hello? Did we lose you? Jenee? Oh no. Well, you guys, we're going to give it a second, wait for Jenee, but Nick needs to stop having kids. He's on his 8th baby's mother. He needs to stop. Let me add Jenee back. She's back.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I got a call. I had to put on Do Not Disturb.
Okay.
But where would I end at?
We were talking about Mariah's kids being the favorites, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I just still feel like there's gonna be neglect It's just they're gonna feel that way.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
The guy whose dad had a whole bunch of baby mamas, he
Mhm.
told me that it definitely became a competition. Like he kept
Mm.
bouncing around back and forth between the moms, and that's gonna create big problems. We are territorial.
We really are. See,
We are.
that's why I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that because it's too many energies mixing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then like,
And then, he's telling one girl one thing and one girl another, and then you think you and him are good, and then he knocks the other one up. Oh my God.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're surprised, but you're not, because it's his baby mama. So
Girl.
of
It's like,
course
I
that
know.
bitch is gonna fuck him every time. I'm sorry. Every time he come through, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
you already know what it is.
You
So
already
it's
know.
like, I couldn't do that. I have too much emotion, and I'll kill somebody. I just don't want to do that.
It's a toxic situation at the end of the day. It's toxic.
It's very toxic. Yeah. And it's toxic for everyone.
Yeah.
Including the children. Because people think, the guy you were talking about that has kids, he was telling me, like, people really think, and I think he thinks the same thing, is like, oh, what me and their mom has going on has nothing to do with the kids. And they don't even realize, like, it has everything to do. The kids are.
Yes, it does. Especially when a man has young.
Kids.
Yeah, especially when a man has young kids. Real quick, Jenee, let me just say this. If you guys are passing through or coming in, just please like the video for me, please. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just think a lot of people think that it doesn't have anything to do with their kids. And as long as they love their kids, that's all that matters. And it's like, no, how you guys treat each other, your kids are going to see that. They feel it. They feel your energy. They're both a part of you. They have your DNA. They have your energy. They have everything that you both have. So if you guys, if their two halves aren't a whole, they're not whole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I just thought of something, Jenee. What if he's telling each of these women, you know what? If you don't get a boyfriend, or if you don't get married or anything, I'm going to give you a certain amount of money. Because I don't think any of them have like boyfriends.
Why would he do that? Why would he want them to only be with him?
Because he wants his community of women. He's built his village, Jenee.
Listen. Oh my God. So what? I mean, like, each woman gets a day of the week. Like, I'm supposed to wait a whole week for you to come and D me down after you done deed everybody else down the whole week. You're probably tired and you probably don't want to anymore. And you probably feel like this is a job at this point. That's no fun.
I know. Girl.
I'm not waiting. I'm not going to have sex once a week while this man does it every single day, multiple times a day. And I just sit and twiddle my thumbs and wait for him to run through all his women and then stick that nasty thing in me too.
Girl.
No, thank you.
That's how it is with some of these men in some of these situations.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's just what's going on. Okay, so C3 says, just stopping by. Thank you for stopping by, C3. He says it's your turn to go on Kevin Samuel's show, Brandy. First was Jenee, then Nicki. Now it's your turn. You're ready. He's ready for that topic.
He's ready for Kevin. We're gonna get there.
We're about to get into it. Hey, Daniel. Daniel says, hey, my week has been great. I'm glad it's Wednesday. It's almost Friday. I'm ready for Friday. Okay.
I feel that.
So, Jenee.
Let's go ahead and get
into it. You ready to get into it? I've been building it up. Okay. Kevin Samuels, a.k.a. Kitten Heels. Okay. I'm sorry, Kevin. It's not me. It's Cynthia G. Okay. That's where I got that from. Okay. So, Kevin and Nicki Minaj, they went live earlier. And I believe this is how it went. Nicki was already live on her platform, right? And I think
she was talking to different people.
She was talking to Lala and her fans, I guess. And I guess they may have been talking about maybe Kevin or maybe, Black women or something, right?
Yeah.
And I guess she just let him onto her live to discuss, what he does with his shows and stuff like that. We're actually going to watch it. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Let me see. Give me a sec. And, you know, I'm kind of challenged when it comes.
Woo! I'm gonna have to watch my mouth on this one.
Yeah, girl. I know you were feeling some kind of way.
Cause I got some things to say. Y'all already know I got some things to say.
Yeah.
Those of y'all that know me know I got something to say about this.
Oh no,
I will make as you're looking for that, I will make this comment. I did call in the Kevin Samuels show a long time ago before he really blew up.
Yeah.
He did not rate me. I do not allow men to rate me. That's
weird.
Yeah.
When you went on there, you didn't get rated, huh?
No, I'm not rating myself on his show or anybody's show or allowing him to rate me.
Yeah, you don't need to, Jenee.
To what? To tell me that what? You're not this, you're this. Says who? Says you, in your opinion? Okay, well, can I rate you back? Because you're not that attractive. I'll tell you that right now. But, you know, I feel like it's just very inappropriate. And today I asked the guy, what's the difference between an 8, 9, and a 10? And this guy actually, he basically just said confidence.
Confidence.
That's basically what he said. Basically, because he gave me, to shorten it up, because he was like, you know, a 10 is just beautiful without makeup and, you know,
yeah,
the way she is and carries herself and this and that and dresses and puts herself together and she walks into a room and everybody looks and she doesn't even have makeup on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, a 9 is somebody who like looks really good, but maybe has some insecurities and like puts a little bit of makeup on, but doesn't need it. Okay. I'm like, what?
Wow. Yeah, men.
And then he said an 8 is like basically someone who's even who's like kind of like even more maybe. I think maybe they're looking at it as insecure, but more so like maybe not as put together. You know what I'm saying? You know how like right now, girl, I'm a mess. Like I just came back from, I look a mess. My hair is not done.
Jenee, we all have our moments. I judge it from the, you know, clear skin, you know, so I guess Kevin Samuels, his, you know, rating scale, you know, clear skin, you know, features, bone structure, all that kind of stuff. But look, are you seeing my screen?
Yes, I see it.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Okay.
Made a point earlier. I watched this whole live. I was up watching this whole live. Kanye, like, Ma, you listening to Nicki all that? I was watching the whole live. But you said something that you was like, you know, people on the TikTok about the successful men, and you was like, you know, what about focusing on being a successful woman and getting your own and doing that? That's what I'm all about. And then we get to choose the type of that we want to be with. We get to choose who we want to be with, and that's like what I've been saying a lot now, like trying to get to wife us up or convince somebody why we're the one, choose us. Like, let us be successful, get our paper, and let us choose them.
Bingo.
That's it.
Bingo. That's it. And see ambition. It's people, you know what I'm saying, when we was in the hood or whatever, dudes could look at us and see, oh, this one gonna go somewhere. This one is different. So they gonna treat you different. Focus on yourself. Stop stop making them the motherfucking prize. I'm tired of it. We know we're amazing. We know we're great. I'm tired of black women talking about them, and then I see them, and then I be seeing these clowns on TikTok, and they trying to laugh at black women and you know, using it as a way to be like, yeah, because the nigga know who the fuck what? Can I say something real quick? Black women, can we stop talking about if these one not? Excuse me, Kevin. This is not. I'm talking to black women real quick. Can we stop Can we stop posting all day on TikTok? Because I newly went to TikTok and I just kept seeing this. Black women, can we stop talking about if these successful black men want us or not?
Look at Kevin's face, like, Jenee. He wanted to say something.
Focus on us.
Yep, he holding his little.
He holding it in.
We go out there and we decide who we want
so badly.
He was thinking about it. He was like, "Should I say something?" Look, he had to drink a Red Bull.
He had to.
They've been hurt. And they've been using it as
that little gabber was ready.
Right. Fun at black women and use it as a way to feel like they somebody or they something or. Can I say something?
Okay. Let's go back. Okay, so what? Okay, so what you thought about that, Jenee?
Okay. Okay, where shall I begin?
Girl.
Okay. This dude, hold up, I just popped out my headphone. This dude is acting real different. And this is a different side of Kevin Samuels that I have not seen before.
Right? Okay. Kevin was poised. He didn't say anything. He just let her talk. And you know what? A part of that could have been because they were on her platform. So maybe that was the case.
Correct. He does have, like, you know, there is certain like manners that you have to go off of when you're on other people's platform and show.
Yeah.
So I think, you know.
Yeah, but he didn't give his opinion at all, though. At all. So I thought that was very
He made no comments, no agreements.
So the part that you didn't see, though, in that clip, she asked him to rate her, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to play that part because, you know, I don't want to get this video flagged or anything, but she rated her. So he was like, okay, that's what we're doing. That, you know, he was like, oh Lord.
Because she straight up was like, what do you rate me?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I'm like, honestly, when she asked that question, I was like, Nikki, not you.
Right. I know. I was crying.
What is wrong with you? I said, really? And right then when she said, what do you rate me? It honestly showed her insecurity right then.
You think so? You don't think she was being I think she was being entertaining.
No, I saw insecurity.
Really?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because of what she rated herself.
Yeah, she rated herself a 7.
Yeah.
But you don't think she was being humble, Jenee?
No.
No?
No. She meant that.
Wow.
But I mean, it depends, because she could have been thinking like, oh, I don't want to be too much in front of all my fans. I don't want them thinking I want them feeling like I'm like them, you know?
Oh,
Maybe being more relatable, maybe feeling more. But at least say 8, girl. Like what?
Yeah.
At least say 8.
Right. Yeah, I can't believe she gave her. But I mean, a 7 is still pretty high. You know, she probably didn't want to rate herself high because she wanted to just remain humble. And like you said, I mean, she might have, you know, she probably does have insecurities. I can see that, you know. She's beautiful. C3 says, not gonna lie, KS was under a little pressure. He was under some pressure. Okay. And then when she started going off about Black women, you know, standing up for themselves and, you know, making sure that they level up and make their own money, he had nothing to say. All of that, what she said, goes against everything Kevin believes in. Kevin definitely does not promote Black women to level up.
Not financially.
No, not financially at all.
Not at all financially.
No.
And so for her to say that,
exactly. Yeah.
For her to say that and be like, hey, Black women, we just need to level up and we just need to get ourselves to that position and then we get to choose who we want. And it's like, that's not what he believes happens. He tells men to do that. He tells women to stay young and tight. That's what he tells women.
Right.
Stay young and tight.
Yeah. And
he tells
submissive.
men to make money. Right. And submissive. He tells men to make money and grow and, you know, do that.
Okay. So go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. And so like, what is she, you know, she said it multiple times and he never made any comments.
Right.
He's real quiet.
He was. Oh, but let's go back to the looks thing. Okay. He gave her a 9. He said because she has full lips and she had in her eyes. I'm like, Kevin is so full of it. He is so
full of it. Because if it was any other woman, he'd have been like, well, first of all,
Jenee, I guarantee you, if he were having a conversation with, you know, somebody else talking about Nicki Minaj, he would not have given her a 9. No. I highly doubt that. He was over there simping for Nicki.
He was simping for Nicki.
He was simping for the queen.
He was simping for the queen. You better bow down when you see a real B in the building. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and how old is she? And how old is she?
Oh, you know what? He didn't ask her age either.
He didn't.
He normally does that.
He usually says he did ask her her dress size.
He did.
Ask her what she
and you know what?
Nikki
was like, she was like, oh, I think I'm a 4. I think I'm a 4. It had it been somebody else, he would have been like, ma'am, you know what size you are, ma'am. It's not, I think. What size are you?
Yeah, he's like that. He's very.
But he was just like, oh, you know, okay.
He had to bow down when the queen's in the building.
That's
And
right.
that's how you know what we just saw is how you know that everything that they say is BS. They trying to speak some stuff into existence and they can't speak against the universe, baby. Okay, you can't speak against your creators. You can't speak against a man. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. It is what it is. There is no hitting a wall. Okay, honey, there's no hitting a wall.
There's not.
As
There's
women,
not.
we can be wealthy and successful. And look, you see how he treats women with status a different way and talks them a different way.
Oh yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
age doesn't matter anymore. That status and that money,
It
men
doesn't
like
matter.
women with status and money.
Right.
That's why certain people, I'm not going to say their names, but there's certain celebrities who are not that attractive or Instagrammers that aren't attractive women like that. They're very like 5-ish, you know?
Oh yeah.
They will get ball players and they will get, you know, successful men just because they have status.
They
didn't have that name.
True. That's so
if
true.
they didn't have that name, they wouldn't have the men that they have. Men like status. They like things that make them look better, whether that's beauty or status and money.
Facts.
That's why they're lying to us. They lie to themselves, so they can't tell us the truth. It's just like when women lie to ourselves. You know, sometimes women lie to themselves too. Like when women say, "Oh, I do my hair and my makeup for myself." No, you don't. You didn't go and get that BBL, and you didn't go and go through surgery just for yourself, for nobody to give you more attention.
Women are out here. Listen, women are out here killing themselves, traveling,
killing themselves
to get a BBL. Okay, you can't tell me you're doing that for another woman
or for yourself.
Oh, for yourself. Oh yeah, I just want a fat, you know, whatever, just for myself. Hey, no, you don't.
For myself.
You're trying to attract a rapper or a athlete.
Because honestly,
that's what you're trying to do.
Right. Because if you were really just doing something for yourself, you would just love your body and you wouldn't care what anybody thinks at all, because it's you and that's you and it's for you.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
Once you start thinking, oh, well, this is, you know, bigger boobs are what people like more, and bigger butts are what people like more, and tinier waists are what people like more. So you getting that isn't for you. It's because you've been influenced.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
C3 says, if Nicki is a 7, then a lot of women need to reevaluate themselves. Nicki unknowingly just set the bar standard.
I mean, but okay, so let me tell you something. Okay, let's back it up.
Okay.
Speaking of BBLs and lip injections and boob jobs, when women do that, it comes from insecurity, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When you get that stuff done, you always see yourself and feel yourself the way that you were before that stuff. And sometimes that stuff makes you even more insecure because you know it's fake.
That's true. So
when Nicki rated herself a 7, I believe, that's why I said I don't feel like she was just being humble. I believe that it was insecurity, because honestly, if we go back and back it up before all her surgeries, she was a 6.
Oh, dang.
I mean, we can look back. She had a pencil body.
True.
She got her nose done. Her nose had like a hump and it was wider. Her lips were thinner because she now has injections. You know, she definitely has chin and jaw injections.
You think so? She has chin and jaw injections?
A lot. Everybody, girl, so many people get that. They might get a little bit of it, especially like their cheeks. You know, at one point, our cheeks were a little bit, you know, cut. They were very, you know, out there. But yeah, I mean, you know, when you go to the right doctor, it looks very natural and it looks good.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever she got, she looking good these days. So
yeah, but like, you know, she's definitely gotten things done.
Yeah, yeah.
On her face, on her body, and I think that she got it done through her insecurities, and so she still sees herself as that 6. And honestly, her saying 7 was her really kind of like being a little bit more insecure because she got the stuff done, you know.
Maybe so. You might be right, Jenee.
But she knows who she really is, and she knows, you know, like she's allowed that stuff to like get into her mind. So I really think that's what it was, honestly.
Brian says, "I just want a Claire Huxtable." Okay, Brian.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
the
world is getting away from Claire Huxtables. I tell you that.
But think about that. But who is Claire Huxtable? She was a lawyer, so a woman that is educated.
Who would be compared to a Claire Huxtable? Would it be this?
Michelle Obama.
Okay. Is Michelle Obama desired like that? I mean, everybody admires her for her strength in her, being the, our Black president's wife.
Yeah.
But is she desired?
That's a good point.
But hey, it is what it is.
No, men like what's shiny.
They do. That's what catches them. Amira says, I think women are convinced that beauty is an investment that will give us access to safety and protection in patriarchy. I think that is how we are socialized as women. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And as people, I mean, a place where I've worked, and I've heard people say this, like, yeah, I like having beautiful, smart women around.
Mm-hmm.
Not just women, not just smart women, but beautiful, smart women.
Mm-hmm.
So like wherever I go, or a lot of places I've been, I'm always like complimented on, oh my gosh, I love that you're beautiful and smart,
Mm-hmm.
And so like and then they just boast about how they like to surround themselves around beautiful, smart women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful is always put in there, not
oh yeah,
smart
of course,
women.
of course,
beautiful, smart women.
Beautiful, yes, of course. Hey,
some of these are the same places that I've also said though that they have intelligent, tall Black men around, and I thought that was interesting that they put tall in
Daniel
there.
says smart men look for looks and brains. That's right, Daniel. Okay. Okay, but Jenee, wait a minute. So you went on Kevin Samuels' show.
Uh-huh.
I actually have the clip. Do you want to watch it real quick?
Oh my gosh, yeah, go ahead.
Wait, let me see. Hold on.
I haven't seen this in a very long time.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, Jay. So okay, y'all ready for this?
I want to see how much I've grown.
Let me share. Hold on. This is gonna be exciting. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
You have like a certain part of it?
Yes.
Oh, here it goes.
All right, you see?
Yeah.
On one hand, we're asked how much debt we're in. Did we go to school? Are we able to take care of ourselves? Do we have our own place? All this stuff. But then on the other hand, we're told that that stuff doesn't matter and it doesn't make us high value. But it's like it kind of does if we don't have debt or we have our own place and we're able to take care of ourselves. I feel like that's kind of like our efforts is kind of being like shit on.
What do you mean? Because I want to be clear. When I asked, and I said, it matters why you did it. Did you watch the first part where I said she decided to go to a private school to become a physical therapist? Even she said, don't do that.
Right.
Because it put her in $230,000 worth of debt.
Right.
That has to matter to a man. It has to matter to a prospective husband. Now, it's not the amount of the debt, it's the mindset. See, I want to be clear that I'm on the same page because what I'm kind of hearing from you is like the women can't win no matter what we do.
That's what it feels like sometimes.
Okay. Are we talking about the same kind of men, though?
I believe so. We're just talking about the majority, but at the same time, the majority isn't high value. So
right. So men high value who understand that the burden is on them to pay the cost to be the boss.
Right.
Now, the question is, if women want that kind of, they want those kind of options. What do men like that want from their women?
They want them to not be in debt, to be stable, be able to at least take care of themselves, right?
Nope. That they want cooperation.
Oh Lord.
High value men value after the looks component, because attraction has to be there for men because we're visual. After that, cooperation. I'm president, you're vice president.
Okay.
I'm pilot, you're co-pilot. I say we go that way, you say, okay.
I can see that.
I like this girl. She's agreeable.
I feel like
She
men
is.
should choose a woman that they respect and value her wisdom as well, so that he doesn't feel
She knows how to play the game.
Yes.
there's maybe so much competition or feel like she's talking and she doesn't know what she's talking about. Because I do think, like you said, co-pilot, that's a partner. So I do believe men need to pick partners that are smarter. And I think that a lot of men just based off of how attractive.
No, we need to be clear on that. I don't like the word partner.
Why not, Kevin?
Why not?
Mike Pence.
Because that would make us equal. That's
Right.
why.
Donald Trump's daughter. That's one thing. So partnership. If you listen to my content, I believe a woman should be feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. And that is a part of being feminine that only a woman or a father can do. Inspire a man to become greater than he normally would have been.
But you can't be at my level. You have to be beneath me.
Girl. Okay, let's bring it on back. Okay, so Jenee, watching that.
Wow. No wonder why I've been getting messages from people like, I watch on Kevin Samuels and I like you. Because you know what? I like her too. Okay? I like her too. Because, I definitely had my energy in check. I wasn't combative. I was ready. I knew what I was getting into.
Yes. And you know what?
Who I was talking to.
Kevin was actually respectful to you.
He was, but I think
But he definitely was saying in no way he was saying, women should level up and get a degree.
In no way.
In no way. But when Nicki said it, it was crickets. Okay.
No, he was very respectful.
He was.
Me, but I think it was because I know, okay, you can't come in, a certain way.
Yeah.
You can't come in too timid because, weakness is, kind of, you just can't do that. And you can't come in too strong.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to agree with something that man says.
This is true.
You have to.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to be labeled combative and not non-agreeable.
Right.
And so, I had to pick and choose my battles of where to agree and where to disagree.
Right.
And that's why I was like, dang, because I was like, ooh, I did good there.
You did. And you know what?
I'm proud of myself.
You did that video at a time where we were turned up on these other platforms.
We were
Especially you.
Yeah, I was turned up. I was cussing people out at that time.
Right.
That's why I was like, I wonder what version I'm about to see right now. And it's like, wow, like people were getting cussed out at that time. But at the same time, he didn't come at me crazy either.
Right. He didn't.
To get that out of me either. So I will make that a point as well.
Right.
I think we were both being pretty cooperative.
Yeah.
Because I think people both saw us as, because Kevin's kind of combative.
A little bit. Yeah, he is.
So I think people, because people were telling me to go call him to Kevin. So I know they said, hey, bring Jenee and I on.
Right.
And so I think that me and him maybe both knew that people see us as combative. And so we did the opposite.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Because I do remember getting off and being like, oh my gosh, like a little heated and being like, I don't like what he's saying and I don't agree with it. But he was respectful.
Yeah.
And
he was.
I did feel that way.
But it's funny how he was so quiet when Nicki was saying Black women need to level up. Black women, need to stop worrying about what Black man they're gonna try and get. Just worry about yourself. Focus on yourself. And then you can choose what man you want. Yeah.
Oh no, he would have checked me so quick.
Or he would have checked anybody else so quick.
Because he checked me when I said, what did I say about like women getting degrees or something like that? Or
girl, he nipped that in the butt. He was like, oh no.
He made a few comments. He said, oh no, men just want a woman who is inspirational.
And that's simply, yes, that is true. Men desire women who are good looking, submissive, all that stuff. But there's a lot of men out here who also want a smart woman and who can help, who can be a helpmate. That's what you were saying.
Yeah. And I think, at this point, I'm at a different place. And I think that there's different types of people in the world. And you got to go for what you want and what fits for you, know?
Yeah, exactly.
And so maybe, maybe to just get any old Joe Smo with some money, there's a certain formula, But I want a man who who respects, values, cherishes,
Yes.
appreciates my wisdom and my intelligence,
Yeah.
my mind, and, you know, values that. It
Right.
isn't just like, oh, inspire me with your beauty and a couple things, you know. It's like, I do want to inspire, but I do want a partnership.
Yeah, of course.
And, you know, that's just what that is. I want to be respected. I want us to both respect each other equally
Right.
and have our, you know, our roles need to be respected equally. Why would I want to do a role that is less than,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want what I do to be respected. And, you know, those men, they have to understand that. But, you know, those aren't the men I'm going after. So there's that, you know?
Well,
That's kind of where I'm at.
Kevin's thing is your man doesn't have to respect you as long as he's earning the money. You know, you do your role, cooking and cleaning, having the kids, and the man is going to do his role, which is providing.
Yeah. You know, and one of my friends, he said him and his friends watch Kevin Samuels, and he said that he feels like his friends have been tainted by the things Kevin says because Kevin is spewing false information because these men think, oh, I have money, so I can explore my options and I can do this and I can do that and I can do this, because a lot of these men don't have very good strong father figures in their household. So the media is their father figure. Kevin Samuel's their father figure, or their gay auntie or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're listening to, and that's what they're paying attention to.
Oh yeah.
And it is affecting them. What he told me is affecting them in their relationships, because women, we're not going for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of these men say, oh, we can do whatever we want. We can sleep with as many women as we want because we're men. We can cheat on women whenever we want because we're men.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just supposed to be able to do that. Why are you guys so upset? What's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, we're not putting up with that. Get over it.
Exactly.
Because back then you guys were able to say, hey, we can cheat and beat.
Yep.
And you guys can't go anywhere.
That's true.
But now
women are doing for themselves, you know. Women are doing for themselves. They don't necessarily need a man for survival. Right. And that's how it was back in the day. It's not like that anymore.
We do not need men for survival anymore. So men cannot give us the bare minimum anymore.
Right.
So we're looking for respect. We're looking to be valued, looking to be cherished, like we should be as the human beings.
And that doesn't mean we don't have
human beings.
That doesn't mean don't let your man take the lead. We can still let you lead the house. It's just, you know, we want you to not cheat on us. We want you to communicate with us. We want you to, you know, respect us
and value us, because honestly, you know, the truth of the matter is women are smarter than men. Men are very simple-minded. It is what it is.
Well, I'm not going to say that.
I'm going to say that. And
men and women have their own individuality, right? Men are very smart in what they do.
This 60-year-old man,
what?
You know, I'm at the radio station now, and the 60-year-old man at the radio station straight up told me it took him forever. He said, younger men are smart. He said, before 25. He said, after 25, for some reason, we start believing that we're smarter than women, and we're not, and we will never be. And it took for me a long time to realize that women are a lot smarter and more intelligent than we allow ourselves to believe they are.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I see that, because men go, oh, she's a woman. She doesn't know anything. Oh, she's, you know, I mean, that's like kind of their energy towards stuff. It's like, oh, she's a woman.
Yeah.
And it's like, once you realize, like, we're actually, like, we're more aware, we're more we can multitask.
Yes, women definitely are more aware. Okay. And we definitely, we I don't know, we definitely can get things done now. Okay. We
have to, I mean, you know, but they won't say that about their mothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys know that your mothers are smarter than your fathers.
Right.
You guys know that your mothers are more aware and more apt and more able than your fathers. You probably go to your mothers for things, for all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yet women, when they date, they look down. But it's like, you hold your mothers on a pedestal, though. We're mothers. That's what we are. We might not be yours. You know, but we're able. That's what we hold Mother Earth in our belly. We literally create you.
Yeah.
Of course we're smarter than you. Of course we're wiser than you. Of course we're more in touch with source than you. We literally bring spirits from the other dimensions into this into this world, onto this earth, onto this plane, into this human body, into this flesh. We do that. So you can't tell me that we're not wiser or more, you know what I'm saying? Apt to be able to be more aware than them. Men are simple-minded. Women are depth. I always say that. Men are simple, women are depth. Men are surface level, women are depth. And men are so simple, you know? Like, I asked this guy, I called this guy, I said, hey, where you at? He said, I'm at the gas station. I said, okay, like, which one where? Because I was trying to see how far it was from my house. And I was like, where? He said, I'm at Shell. I don't care which Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, honey. Like, just simple.
Yeah, I will say, some men have less common sense than other men.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I've dealt with that too. I'm not going to lie.
The common sense of men is...
common sense. Woo. Yeah, especially when it comes to other women. Because, like, I dated this guy one time who, I was like, that girl, we were out somewhere, right? And this girl was clearly hitting on him. But he couldn't see it. And I'm like, the girl is like literally hitting on you. But he was just so dumbfounded to the fact of what was going on. He was just was not aware of it.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely do that. I have another example. It was not women, but this is just common sense in general. I've run into so many men that just don't. They could be book smart as heck, girl. Like, so book smart. They read, they meditate, all kind of stuff where you would think, okay, this man's smart. No. Like, they might take, like, I had an ex, he took forever to process simple information. I just couldn't deal with it. And then I was doing this guy's hair that I was talking to, and I was doing the right side, twisting the right side of his hair. And I was like, turn your head, because I wanted him to get closer to me. Like, obviously, I'm trying to twist your hair, He turned the opposite way. Like, why would you get further away from me? It's just common sense. Like, I'm doing your hair. I'm doing the front right side of your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say, turn your head and you move it further. Girl, floored me. I was like, I can't. I can't. Like, I can't date this guy. Like, just because of that. Now I can't date you. It's over. I'm done. I'm over it.
Some men just don't have it all together. I mean, but some men do, it just depends on the man and who, depends on the person. But Ricky says sexual desire is very important. Without it, you have power imbalance, resentments, you get infidelity, you get a very dysfunctional relationship. I think I can't agree with that. I think sex, I do.
Oh.
I think sex is very important. It's very important. I think it keeps your connection with the person, because if you're not having sex with your man, I mean, y'all are just roommates or besties. Like,
yeah.
So it is very important.
Yeah.
And that attraction to that person is important. But some men find a smart woman as big. Girl, I had a man one time tell me he wants to date a woman with a high IQ, and he don't care about the looks. The looks are great, but he wants to date a woman with a high IQ.
So how does he do that? How does he vet that out?
Girl, I don't
go around give everybody tests or something. Just anybody and everybody just take this test. How do you do that? Like for real? Like,
I know.
Sometimes men just don't be saying, like, what?
They just be saying stuff. I know.
What are you saying, sir?
I know.
How are you figuring? Oh my Lord.
I know.
Maybe, he may meet someone at the workplace or someone you're not supposed to. I don't know. But how do you approach somebody? Just gonna approach anybody? You don't care how they look. Hey, just start talking
that's
to them.
true. You know what? I should have asked him that.
Yeah, like, what's the vetting process on that, sir? I'm really
sir.
Sir, I always sir people whenever I feel like it's really done.
I know.
I'm like, sir. I'm sir.
Okay, so Cynthia G, right? So see, I was watching Girl. She did a video about this too. So I was watching her video, and she mentioned something. She was like, Black women need to stop being so concerned with Black men think. Like, they need to stop, like, I don't know how she put it, like, trying to get attention from them, I guess. Do you think that's the case? Like, do you think most Black women, like, want to be desired by Black men?
Of course, I think that people want validation and they want.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Validation. Yeah, validation.
Yeah, so people want validation. They want attention. They want all of that. So people want validation from the people that they like, and because Black women actually like Black men as much as I don't know what all this hate, But when
Oh,
black
yeah.
women do like black men, and so
Oh, yeah.
black women want validation from the men that they like.
Right.
And it's hurtful that the men that they like prefer other races of women.
Yes.
When black women put their own men on a pedestal with them,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're finding that the black men are not reciprocating that and putting other races of women on a pedestal over them. And it is very offensive. And honestly, like, anybody would be offended. If black women did that to black men, they'd be offended. And they are offended because anytime a black woman talks about a white man, they oh my God, look, they'll find one video like tucked deep down in Reddit somewhere, and they'll pull it out of the woodworks talking about, look at this black woman that likes white men and talks down on black men. One black woman. But we can find multiple videos, multiple men. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll find one black woman that talks down on black men and use that video. But we can find multiple of them, and it is very offensive. And I mean, I'm even offended, and it really doesn't pertain to me as much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because of that, I'm aware of it. And I see that it's messed up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I thought about that. Like, it's crazy that men act like they don't see a ranking system, because I definitely see the ranking system in my head.
Oh my God. And then they always bring up the stat. Most black men are married to black women. I get that. But there's not enough successful black men to go around. That's the problem. Some of these black women are stuck with, you know, men they don't want.
Are the 90% of black men that are married to black women, how much money do these men have?
Ooh, now you tapping into it. We
gotta ask some more questions. They got these stats of, oh, you guys are crazy. I don't know what you guys are talking about, of black men talking down on black women, even though we have all these videos, Fresh and Fit, and we have all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, because 90% of you know, black marriages is black men married to black women or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
and how many of those black men, if they've started earning a certain amount of money,
90% of black men are broke too.
Oh.
Oh, let's add that up, see if the numbers match.
Oh, okay.
Because and how much money do those women, are those women the breadwinners? Is that why maybe they're married? Is that why maybe they decide to choose
there's
women?
a lot of gray area with that statistic too.
There is.
Yes.
There is. Because we do know that, you know, because just like I said to him, he's like, are we talking about the same people? I thought we're talking about the majority here, and the majority of men are not high value. And that's a fact. He couldn't rebuttal that.
Yeah. High value as in financials. Yeah. Because there's a lot of other factors that makes a man high value other than, you know, money. But
well, it depends on how we
well, it depends on how each individual person categorizes it, right? But, you know.
Well, see, there's highly, okay. That's what I had to come into realization of, because some guys broke this down to me, actually. So, like, there's like a high value in general that could have a certain, like, Kevin Samuels high value, you know?
Mm-hmm. Do you consider Kevin Samuels to be high value?
Oh girl, no. Oh Jesus. But see, I'm putting it like this. Yeah. I give Kevin Samuels his high value. He can have that, and however he does that, right? Yeah. But then there's also highly desired, and there's high character. So, do you want a high value man, or do you? Well, you might have to go through those certain stipulations for a high value man. You know what I'm saying? Do you want a highly desired man? That man might be, you know, what's his name? Aquaman?
Oh, no, he was definitely I don't know what he was, okay, because he just looked good, but I don't know what else. He was very earthy.
But he's highly desired, right? Like
he is. He's highly desired.
Like, I would say,
like women of all races are dropping their panties for Aquaman. Okay, let's make no mistake about it.
Right. Well, let's see. Just even. Okay. So high value. is whatever Kevin Samuel says, right? Which is like usually men with money for this amount of years with this status and this and this and this and this, right? All these check marks.
Right.
I think a highly desired man could just be like a IG model, a guy who's an IG model.
You think so? I don't know, Jenee.
Yeah, like highly desired.
Oh,
like
highly desired. Yeah.
Highly desired.
And you know what? All those selfies he's taken, all those eggplant pics he posting, he ain't got no money.
But that's what I'm saying.
But he's highly desired.
Highly desired.
Right.
There's different categories.
Right.
And then there's a high character man. And a high character man, in my opinion, will be a man with good morals. He has good morality. Which has to do with how he respects his body, how he respects himself and other people around him. You know, how he lives his life and how he maybe if, you know, spirituality is important to you. I know that's important to me. So like a spiritual man, a man who cares about his pleasure, my pleasure, communication, honesty, moral things, you know what I'm saying? And then we, you know, to me, like a high character man, he may not be what everyone's desiring or high value in a certain ways, but he might have ambition. He might be on the way to making a lot of money, or he might take care of himself, you know what I'm saying, and look good. Right. Because he has high character. So he values all parts of him. Right. And others. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the type of man we want, okay?
That's the type of man we want.
C3 says, high value sounds like a trick to me. If the only thing the man provides is financial security, his worth is based on his income, sounds like a walking ATM. Well,
they are.
You know what? To some women, that's all they want, to be honest with you. Because some women have been hurt by these men, been cheated on, they've been, been abused. And so certain women get to a point where, you know what? I just want the money. I don't, that's why these girls are getting.
And I'm willing.
That's why these girls are getting these BBLs, Jenee, because they are no longer seeking love. They are seeking an ATM. Okay, if we want to get real,
it's true.
It's true. I mean, because why else change yourself like that? You're trying to attract a certain type of man to be taken care of.
They want the best man they can get, or the man that's going to give them the most money, or the man that's going to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They want the best that they can get and what they're looking for.
Facts.
Right.
So going back to Nicki Minaj, what she said about women leveling up and, being able to choose who you want at that point, because you are the fucking prize. What do you think about that? Like, do you think that, could you date a man who's earning less money than you?
I have.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that?
I mean, I wasn't okay with living my life like that for the rest of my life, but I knew that it was for the moment, and he had a lot of ambition, and not only ambition, but he was working towards growing something. He did.
Yeah.
And he did. And, and he was still in the process of growing, because we were only together for maybe a year and a half. So, he was still in the process of growing, but see, I saw him grow in 3 months, and I saw him grow every 3 months. And, it wasn't to where my true standard is, and but I saw him getting there. He was young, and so I saw him getting there. So it depends, because when somebody's young, you're like, okay, you're young, you haven't had that many years, you have a lot more years. I'm not going to expect a 23-year-old to be where a 28 or a 30-year-old is at. I'm just not.
Yeah.
So,
C3 asking a tough question, Jenee. Better question for Jenee. Would you marry a man that's making less than you?
Nope. because we're not financially there yet. I mean, and it depends. If I'm a multi-millionaire and he's just a millionaire, yeah, I'm gonna marry him.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
What about if you're earning like 300,000, Jenee?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine.
Because if I'm a millionaire and a man is making 6 figures, I can do that because I know how to get him to make more money. Like if I have money, when I have money and I'm making money, I know where to put money to make more money.
And you know what? That's a good point you make, because women are helpmates. We're fixers.
Yeah.
every relationship I've been in, I definitely am like that. You know, I'm definitely, you know, rooting my man on. Hey, babe, this is how we can make more money. You know, you work a 9 to 5, which is cool. I have nothing against 9 to 5s, but what else can we do? What else you do?
Right.
You know, what other goals you have? Because I'm like that. I'm always
Right.
on the hustle and grind, wanting to make more money. So
Right.
I want a man who's also like that too.
Correct.
And for the most part, I have been with, you know, men like that. You know, some of the men I've been with have been a little disrespectful because they, you know, they are making the money, you know, they're high earners, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, what do you want? Do you want a man, you know, who's high earning and who respects you, or do you just want a man with money? So for me, I want a man to not only be, you know, well off. I mean, he doesn't have to be like super rich. I'm not saying that, but I want a man to also respect me too.
Correct.
Is that too much to add? Like,
that's what we're looking for. And I mean, like I said, men, this is centuries in their DNA. They don't even know how to do it. They don't even know how, you know, they haven't been, they have centuries. We're just now, this is, you know, 2022, year 2022. And, you know, just in the year 2000, I would say is when women started, we had our own thing. Women didn't even get to vote till, you know, 100 years ago, if that, you know.
Right.
So women have always been
held down
so many centuries.
Yeah, of course.
So repressed, held down. And in the Black community with Black women, Black American women, there's a lot of ancestral slavery, abuse, and rape, and violations. I mean, it's really bad. So you know, if we go into all of that, so there's just a lot of you know, that when it comes to women.
Yeah. Daniel says, Jenee, would you prefer a man with empathy and compassion? Because some are looked at as losers. I don't think that's the case. I mean,
they're not looked at as losers. You're just a loser with empathy and compassion. Like, we got to stop playing these games. You know,
empathy and compassion is important. Okay.
We got to stop playing these games. Like, oh, women just don't like me because I'm nice. No, she doesn't like you because you have a little penis and you don't make her orgasm. That's why she doesn't like you.
Or you got little big energy.
No, you actually have a little D, and and hers doesn't fit with that because every woman is different. Some women, they you know, women have different sizes down there too. So, you know, it just is what it is.
Okay, we're gonna save that for Brandy after 12 a.m.
Brandy after 12.
Okay,
we're gonna save Brandy after 12. Tap in to her Patreon.
Yes, tap into my Patreon. Which, by the way, the newest topic is talking about, you know, women orgasming and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in you know, hearing what I have to say about, you know, women enjoying sex without, you know, having to orgasm,
we have some topics on there, girl.
Run on over to my Patreon and sign up so you can hear what I had to say.
But so where we at? Somebody messaged, where were we at? Because I got a little lit. And
you got a little lit? Well, okay, honey. Well, I got to let you go. I know. We're over an hour. We're over an hour.
Oh, it's past time.
It's past time. But I appreciate you for coming on and talking about this.
Yeah, girl. I'm about to go make me some muffins and...
Oh, Lord. Now you're hungry.
I already planned on it, but yes, I am.
Okay, darling. Well, I hope you have a good night. Thank you guys for coming in and joining and putting in your input. As always, it's been a pleasure. Please like the video before you guys leave out. If you're not already currently subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.